Zippity bippity boppity boo! It's Matty P and I'm talking to you. I wanted to share some tips on how to use a Google spreadsheet, particularly for the evaluation tool. The first is the overstrike cursor. And what I mean by that is in a spreadsheet, when you click on a cell and begin typing, you'll notice it replaces all the text that was in the cell. That's an overstrike cursor. It replaces text. If what you were trying to do is edit the text, then you don't just want to click on it and begin typing. Remember, I can undo all changes with Command Z or Edit Undo or the little back arrow button. There I have it. If I want to click and edit this text, I want to sort of get into what I refer to as edit mode, and that can be done in two different ways. One is click in the formula bar at the top of the screen and you can edit your text, or double click on the cell and it goes into what I would refer to as edit mode and you can change or edit text. That's important, especially when you're spell checking or you want to make a change. So double click or edit text that's already in a cell within the formula bar. I hope that makes sense. The second item I want to share with you today is the copy paste. Copying and pasting from other sources such as the internet or Microsoft Word or Evernote or any source for that matter can be tricky because Google tries to continue to format the text the way it was formatted in the previous document. So let me give you an example of that by copying and pasting the description of my goal, say for example from a Word document. So let me jump into Word. I'll highlight and copy this text, and I can do that by right-clicking it, going to copy, or going to the edit menu, copy, or so forth. I'm sure you're all familiar with that. I'll come back into my spreadsheet and I'll paste. And there's many ways to do that. One is Command V. And notice when I do that, it loses the formatting. It no longer has the cell wrapping. And I've got a couple of options. I can go and actually rewrap it, or I can paste it in a more sophisticated way. And that is quite simple. It's what's known as the paste without formatting function, or paste special. And that can be done by right-clicking the cell and going to paste values only. In this case, it's not pasting the formatting behind the scenes, the word wrapping, the bold, the italics, or what have you. It's just pasting the text itself, and when I click out of that cell, I no longer have that. For those of you that like the keystroke commands for that kind of paste, isn't just Command V, but it's Command Option Shift, and then press the V key. One last piece about copying and pasting. If the item that you're copying and pasting from actually has line breaks, and I've got my line break indicator turned on with that little paragraph symbol. If you don't know where that is, up at the top in the menu bar, there's a little turn on formatting symbols. You can turn those on or off with a simple toggle. But that represents an actual line break. And let me show you what happens when I paste that in. You're not going to like this. Notice each cell below is another separate line. So it actually pasted outside of the table and didn't give me the desired results that I wanted at all. So again, I'll hit Command Z and undo. In this case, having the line breaks puts each additional line in a new cell within the spreadsheet, but I really want them contained within one cell. So again, as I said earlier, the easiest thing to do is just retype it. But if it's a lot and you don't like to type, what you want to do is actually remove those line breaks. So just come in here and delete back as though it was one large paragraph. So that's going to require me to delete those 5 line breaks. And now if I copy and go to Word, Google Sheets, and paste special, values only, now it becomes one paragraph. And you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, but I liked those line breaks. So what you can do is double click this to get into edit mode and put the cursor at the end of the first line, and now press Command Return to give you a line break within the cell. So it's Command Return. So I click at the end of the third line, hold down the Command key, and press Return. Click at the end of the fourth line, hold down the Command key, and press Return. And that allows me to provide line breaks within a cell. And that's a great feature.